Avengers! Assemble.
Welcome back to the channel. It's the Pre-Avengers here, guys, and welcome back to another Marvel Future Fight video. Today, we're back with the Otherworld Battle game mode. If you didn't know, today marks the beginning of the second season to Otherworld Battle. Last season lasted about 60 days and officially ended today. As you can see here, they reduced it to 55 days this season, which is a little less, but still a long time. It's still around that 2-month mark. So let's talk about everything that they changed and everything that you need to know. So first of all, last season, just to show you, we did end in Challenger. It shows you our best score. I can't show you exactly where we ended off because as soon as you log in to Otherworld Battle, it'll show you the top 3 players in the whole Otherworld Battle game mode, and then it'll show you your rank and where you ended up. And unfortunately, I already clicked on the game mode today, so I can't show you that, but just so you are aware. You will also receive your rewards from Otherworld Battle for the weekly and monthly rewards. So for the monthly, I ended up getting 300 crystals, 3,800 mementos, about 500 of the runes, 50 swords, and a special icon. And then for the weekly, I got my usual 1,600 mementos, some runes, and some swords. So let's go ahead and collect all that. In total, we ended up with 5,400 mementos, which is important, 700, almost 800 runes, the 300 crystals, of course, and the special token icon. And if you want to go use that, you actually do have to go to your inventory and then click acquire. And it is Miles Morales' logo, so it's pretty cool. I'm personally not going to equip it, but it is pretty cool. And something else they actually did with your profile, depending on which league you ended up on, you have a sort of outline and like a border on your profile. I can't show you how you acquire it. You're just going to get it as soon as you log into Otherworld Battle. But if you go to your friends list or even your alliance members list and you look, you will have this sort of outline depending on which Challenger League, whichever league you ended up in Otherworld Battle. So for me, I ended up in Challenger, so I got the light, like neon blue, not neon, aqua blue, kind of green, I don't know what color that is, outline around mine. And then other people like this person, Moon, got silver. And then like people like El Jefe got purple, which means vibranium. So it does coordinate with which league you ended up in. If I show you all the leagues here: silver, gold, platinum, vibranium, challenger, and bronze. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It also shows you some right here, the Otherworld Battle Challenger frame. So you get a frame and it just automatically equips. You don't have to go do anything. It'll just equip automatically. So that's pretty cool. It's been there, but I didn't really notice it until just now. Now it's showing you the rewards for next season ranked, basically. It's showing the same icon, so I do wonder if as we get closer to the end of the season, if it'll show you which brand new icon, because I don't think it's going to give us the same icon, but we also, like I said, have 55 days. But anyways, now that we talked about all the stuff that you get from the original first season ending, let's talk about what they changed and what to look forward to. So they didn't change the amount of crystal amounts in the monthly rewards. So if you're in Challenger, you will once again get those 300 crystals. It's nice. I'll take it. Obviously, I'm not going to say no to crystals, but for 2 months, it is a long time. I can get more crystals in a week in Timeline Battle, but it's still something to motivate you to push up higher in leagues. So I did not go over this, but in a dev note, they did talk about the point system being changed. I'm not 100% sure how it looks now, but they have talked about making it so the points are very different. As you can see, it's drastically different between the top 10 players now, so that they can actually see who's in first and who's in 10th. They did some sort of changes to that in the previous season as well, but obviously it still ended up out a little wonky. It was still really close, but now they've sort of changed up the points on how much you get from winning, how much you get from losing, depending on who you play. All sorts of complicated stuff that no one really understands just yet because the brand new season just dropped. Anyways, let's take a look. So They have reset the Battle Pass. It's pretty much the exact same as last season's Battle Pass. I still do not think you should buy it. It's not really worth it, but I would try maxing out, getting to 100 so you get all these free mementos and elemental rune chests. I think it's still very valuable. All the challenges pretty much stay the same. There's also the seasonal challenge of buying your actual buffs has stayed as well, so I would recommend buying that if I can find it. Yep, here it is. Buy Otherworld Battle buffs. I would still recommend buying 5 because you in total get almost 1,000 runes, so it's still there as well. So they didn't really touch that. As far as the Battlefield shop, they also kept that similar. Nothing resets until 5 days from now, so they do still work on a separate timer on when you can reset and buy new rewards. Some are daily, some are weekly, like the Tier 3 materials, and then some are, I think it's 2 weeks for the Tier 4 materials. So yeah, those won't reset until just then. I'm still going to be buying souls because I still need more souls than carbs, and I'll probably save the rest to try and see if I get a CTP chest one day. The one thing they did change is with the buffs. So we have all the regular buffs except for a brand new buff called the Natural Enemies. I do not believe I've ever seen it before until now. It's it basically applies itself, says increase basic damage dealt to targets with provoke effect by 10%. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see what exactly that does. But what's even more interesting is that there's brand new hidden buffs that have their own set timers to come out. So in 5 days, we'll get a new one, then 12 days, then 19, then 26, then 33. So yeah, we'll have 5 new buffs before the end of this season. So let's see if any of them are very impactful. So far, there's been a couple here that can help you, like the HP increase and the remove purification, but they're nothing that's going to make a character completely terrible or a character overpowered. But something they did change that affects the meta is these battlefield effects right here. So we talked about how when this game mode first came out that they needed to change these drastically for there to be an actual difference in Otherworld Battle. And sure enough, they did just that. So let's go ahead and read what they changed. It now says blast characters damage dealt decreased by 500%. So that's huge for Adam Warlock. That means 500% of his damage is now gone, basically. And any other blast types you're trying to use, but that mainly applies, if we really take a look here, to Adam, Emma Frost, and that's basically it PvP-wise. And Cersei, if you're still trying to run Cersei, a lot of their damage is gone. Next up, this says Mind Resist characters' damage received increased by 250%. So they're going to be taking a huge punch to the face with that change there. If I can find Mind Resist, wow, there it is. So Jean, yeah, and Emma Frost again. So they targeted Jean with that one. She's going to receive 250% more damage than other characters. And then finally, the biggest impact from the battlefield effects is universal characters' recovery rate decreased by 250%. So all universals recovery rate are basically gone. They're in the negative numbers. That applies to Jean, Gore, and Thanos. Those are 3 pretty big Otherworld Battle meta characters. I'd say Jean and Gore are more meta than Thanos, but that's still pretty huge. So I've actually tested it out a little bit, and I will tell you right now, the best team, in my opinion, and not just my opinion, but other people's opinion, even in the top 10 ranks, is not this team. Well, that team is actually probably the best, but the team that I'm going to be running is going to be, where did it go? I literally saw it earlier. All right, people are adding a lot more buff characters now that they've seen the Otherworld Battle buffs. But it's going to be a team similar to right here. It's going to be Jean, Spider-Man, Carnage, Hulk, and Wasp. I think Carnage could be interchangeable with Adam Warlock still. I think he's still pretty solid. Because he still has recover. How the heck are you an 8th? He still has his HP. There you go. This is the team that I was looking for. Jean, Spider-Man, Adam Warlock, Hulk, and Wasp. Now, that's rank number 7. Rank number 1 right now probably is the best team you could probably roll with is Jean, Hulk, Spider-Man, Wasp, and Colossus, because Colossus is definitely going to help you out. But let me explain why I think this is the best teams to run here. So first of all, Jean is still reliable. Even with the universal recovery rate, she's still, it's hard to tell if she's healing or not, but basically, if you don't know, recovery rate allows your characters to self-heal and to basically recover. I mean, what else do you want to call it? Most people don't cap the recovery rate. So if we look for the stat here, It's going to be right under, where did it go? I literally just saw it. Recovery rate. There we go. 179%, right below HP. It's at 179%. A lot of people don't have it capped. I don't even know what the cap is because I don't use it. But 250% basically puts you in the negatives if you don't have it capped. And like I said, I don't think I have it capped on any single character. But that basically means I'm in negative recovery rate, which means if my characters don't have a sort of special heal to them, they're not going to heal at all from self-heals or from healing skills. So that means Jean, Thanos, and Gore no longer heal. Now, I'm not 100% sure with Jean because I've seen some that still heal, so she might have a sort of actual like other heal that helps her out. I'm going to have to dig deep into this one and figure it out. So I'll do more testing on that. But from when I used Gore, he could not heal at all. So we're going to actually take a look at this here. So like I said, we're going to run Jean, Adam, and then we're going to throw in Gore here to show you guys. And then we're going to throw in Spider-Man, of course, and Wasp because she's still going to be a great support. But then we're going to throw in Hulk once we take out Gore, and I'll show you exactly why right now. So let's go ahead and Battlefy deployment. Let's go ahead and put them up here. Our buffs have been taken away now, it looks like. Yeah, so my buffs ran out. I'm not sure if it was on a timer and it ran out or if they were taken away with the new season. Not 100% sure. Let me know in the comments if you know. But anyways, let's go ahead and find our first fight. So I have seen that everyone's first fight here will be a bot fight. And for some reason, I'm getting another one. But yeah, the first fight, you're basically going to get a troll team, someone who basically just left their account and haven't used it. Or just an actual bot, and you're just going to get your free first win. But then after that, you get thrown right into the mix. And like I said, I've already tested a couple, so I don't know why I was doing this. Let's go ahead and take a look here. So now, oh, I tested it on my other account. That's why. Okay. So I tested it on my secondary account, not this account. That's why I was like tripping. I was like, what? So that's why we have a bot fight. Then, like I said, yep, thrown right into it. So let's take a look here. And we're going to pay attention straight to Gore and Jean the whole time. We know we're going to win, but I'm going to pay attention to Gore and Jean. And I want you guys to pay attention, too, to see if they heal at all. So we have the battlefield numbers on so we can tell. So take a look at Jean here on the left. Okay, she took out other Jean. That Jean was not healing. Now, as you can see, Adam Warlock's damage is still plentiful. Jean is taking damage. She did heal. Okay, so Jean does heal. Now, let's take a look at Gore down here on the bottom left here. He's going to get hit by Hulk. And, okay, he got one shot, so we didn't really get to see if he healed or not. But he's back now. Let's see if we take a look. If he heals, still no healing. Okay, so we're going to do one more test, maybe two, to take a look. But it does seem that Jean still heals. So something might be special about Jean, and for some reason she still heals. I'd show you Thanos, but I also want to start getting into actually winning these fights. Actually, we can show you Thanos by fighting him. And I also just, Gore is more dominant than Thanos by far. So I do want to mainly look at Gore. So let's go ahead and pay attention to Gore and Thanos' health here. Neither of them are healing. They had plenty of time right there to heal. Neither of them are healing, and Gore's back. And once again, he doesn't heal. So yeah, the recovery rate buff basically takes away Thanos and Gore's healing, which is huge because then they have no chance of coming back and doing anything after dying. It's a huge debuff, and that's exactly what we were saying needed to happen to make it interesting, because now we have a sort of spot available for Hulk to come in and try and do his thing now. Obviously, that's still only like one character being shifted off. We'd like to see more and more eventually, but this is a good start to exactly what we were talking about. All right, Jean didn't seem to heal that time for some reason. Gore, again, he's not healing. He would healed by now. He's just tanking all that damage and not healing whatsoever, and he's about to go down. Yep, there he goes. Interesting. All right, let's take a look at my Gore now. Is he healing at all? We might actually lose his fight if he's not healing. Yeah, no heal. Yep, he's dead. Wow. Okay, so yeah, Gore, you got to take him out of your lineup. He's not viable anymore. Jean still has so much damage, and she's still somehow healing. So she's staying in the meta. So I'm going to personally throw in Hulk now because he's the next best PvP option. Now, the next sort of thing we're going to try and pay attention to is Adam Warlock, because he did get that blast damage decreased by 500%. We're trying to pay attention to that. Obviously, some of the top players here are already taking Adam out of their lineup, except for those with tier 4. So I'm going to pay attention here and see if he still has the damage to be able to do this. This is perfect. Mostly tier 4s. The only one that I don't want to see Adam up against is Gore, but it looks like I accidentally just set him up against him. We'll see. But I want to see Adam's damage against tier 4 Spider-Man or Jean. And let's see here. Okay. All right. So he got okay. 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 He took out Gore. He helped take out Spider-Man. Kinda. He wasn't fully involved in it though. Okay, that was a mixture of Gene and him taking him out. So I'm not sure. Okay, let's see here maybe. Oh my god, it's so hard to tell. Is he the one doing the damage? I honestly, I don't know. He went down though. But it does seem like very good timing that I did take my CTP of Greed off of Gore. Now, before you just completely trash your Gore though, let me get something straight here. I should have probably said this at the very beginning. These battlefield effects change every 28 days apparently. So yeah, 28 days, that's halfway through the season. They'll switch and they'll give us 3 brand new ones. So for now, just take it easy, take them off your team, put someone else in, and let more testing and whatnot be done. As far as Adam and Gene, I think Gene's safe. Adam is looking a little iffy right now. If you don't have him at tier 4 or level 80, I'll let you know. I'll do more testing. But let's go ahead and just do one last fight. The only other thing I did want to talk about before we go into this last fight here to round off the video is that there will be debuffed characters. Now, it says that 3 characters will be debuffed every week. Up to a maximum of 6 character debuffs will only be applied in Vibranium. So there are none this week. So I guess next week we'll get some. I'm not sure. In the dev note, they did mention it, and they said there would be 3 characters that get additional buffs, or additional debuffs, sorry, other than the battlefield effects. So that could also be interesting and get the meta shifting around. But honestly, this is just showing you it's important to have a deep roster. It's important to have those Hulks, those other supports like Colossus, Wasp, Shuri, to be able to sub in, because we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know exactly who's going to be the meta the whole season. So it is good to have an in-depth team of PvP characters. So if brand new characters like Wolverine come out that are meta for PvP, it might be a good idea to look at them. So let's go ahead and get into this last fight, like I said, to round up the video, because that's pretty much all we changed. I am going to quickly take a look here at the points. Yeah, they're very random now. 22, 29, 36, negative 25, plus 23. Very random compared to before. Before, they were pretty much straightforward. All right, I'm going to take a look at Adam here real quick. I'm not going to give you my final verdict on him at level 70, but I'm obviously going to be getting level 80 in tier 4 soon, so it might not matter for us. But let's take a look here. 4th skill, okay, he takes out Thanos, but that's the old uniform. Jean here, well, my Jean kind of helped out, but he did take her out there. All right. 4th skill, doesn't do much to Gore there. That was interesting, and he goes down. Wow. Let's take a look. 4th skill again. He missed it, and the other Adams, the other Adam didn't do barely any damage to us. That kind of looked odd. I'm curious there. Was that a level 80 Adam? I think it was. I do believe that was a level 80 Adam. So yeah, Gore's gone. Rip Gore for the next 27 days. But I am intrigued. That was a level 80 Adam. Okay, interesting. So I am intrigued in Adam Warlock because I didn't see this earlier, but now people are starting to slowly take him off and replace him for Carnage. So yeah, I don't know. Might be time for me to build my Carnage. Might be time for me to build Wolverine. I mean, otherwise I'm gonna do both either way. But I might have to have some urgency doing that now, since the meta for Otherworld Battle is being switched up. I apologize if you hear my dogs in the background. Anyways, guys, that'll do it for today's video. I hope this informed you a little bit. I hope you are adjusting just like everyone else, and I hope you have fun with this second season of Otherworld Battle. Thank you guys so very much for watching. If you did enjoy today's video, then please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.